What's up, y'all? I am your girl, Candy, and I'm about to speak on it. Well, it feels so good to be back in my own chair. Oh my goodness. I guess, I want to say thanks to A1 for holding it down for me.
Am I the only one wondering when did Marlo and Kenya become friends? Like, enough to FaceTime?
Oh, and to be clear, I'm definitely not running from y'all. Okay, I know a couple people thought that I was running from y'all because of some of the things that has been said in the, the media or whatever. No, I've been booked and busy. That's what's been happening. So that is why I have not been able to be here. Last week, I was actually presenting at the Critics' Choice Real TV Awards. So I really wanted to be here because obviously it was a whole bunch of stuff in the blogs and you knew I wanted to address it, but I couldn't. But I do think that I said enough when I was interviewed before, so I'm not gonna go back there. Well, hello there. Hello everyone, I am your girl Candy and I'm about to speak on it. Speak on it. There's been so much that's been happening this season between all the ladies and myself as well. I really feel like, personally, I feel like this has been a really good season. It's been a lot of drama. And honey, I feel like definitely the editors is like our shady 7th peach holder.
Oh, bitch, somewhere wrong.
What happened?
Something. The page you are looking for was not found.
They be throwing in they shade all throughout the season. They are the shady 7th peach holder. That's what I'm calling them, because every time I turn around, they throwing in some extra shade.
Lounge area, an actual tea, crumpets, and English
butter
jelly sandwich.
They cut the crust off and they make
pretty labels.
They always be adding a little spice to the mix, which it's good. It's good. Sometimes everybody be mad about it. I do know that some of the ladies do be get mad about certain things that that they throw in there, but hey, that's what we signed up for, so it is what it is.
Child, you was talking about Laquan. Y'all just heard it wrong.
Where do I begin? This week, it started off hot. Sonya's Jamaican dinner. That right there, it was spicy. Okay, I guess because the Jamaican, that little Rastafarian spice that she brought to the mix,
I'm gonna count chase off of you.
it started off spicy indeed.
Hey.
Okay,
First of all,
I mean, this was like a two-parter because last week it ended with the, us starting the dinner, and we all heard the little extra the stuff that Marlo and Sheree was saying, calling me and Kenya hoes out in the back.
First of all, Candy was a damn hoe. She everybody for free.
How a whore gonna call me a hoe?
Miss Moore, what is the definition of a freak hoe?
That's what I wanted to say last week. I'm like,
That bitch was a hoe and that pussy wasn't good.
and then saying stuff like,
And that's why you right here always got the date underneath your tax bracket, okay? Preach.
how somebody who been dating somebody in jail for the last I don't know how many years,
Facts.
who we know he ain't been paying taxes, how you co-signing her about that, talking about some amen and preach?
Yeah.
Huh?
Preach.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was so done. So we gonna get to this week. I don't even want to keep revisiting. I don't even want to revisit no more.
Yeah.
But I was like, the nerve of them two.
At the end of the day, people can only be who they are.
And I have to say, just touch on it a little bit, because the friendship theme has been a big theme throughout this season, and especially directed to me.
I mean, it's really sad because Candy, Sheree, and I have been friends longer than all these girls.
I keep hearing people saying, oh, I'm not being a good friend.
And ain't none of them ever there.
Especially the two of them, meaning Sheree and Marlo.
Like, bitch, bye. But girl, come on here with these fake bitches. I'm being quiet. I'm gonna kill them with kindness.
Yeah, let's do it.
Keep saying I'm not a good friend. So that's why I brought up those comments that they said from last week, even though I said I wasn't gonna get into that. And I'm not, and we're not gonna go too far. How you gonna say I'm not a good friend and that's the type of stuff you do?
Bitch, you was a goddamn video hoe. I don't want to know I was a video hoe.
If them the type of friends y'all are, I don't want to be your friend, no way.
You don't even have it in your heart, Kandi, how to help other people.
She's for herself.
Let's just start there.
I just want to say from you guys, I appreciate the leadership. So I just want to say I appreciate you.
The restaurant now is busier than ever.
You don't even have it in your heart, Kandi, how to help other people.
And the lines are down the street. It is the place that everybody wants to be, and we're making changes for the better.
She's for herself.
And we're not gonna go too far. But okay, let's go back to the beginning of this episode. The beginning of the episode, it didn't even start on me. I don't think it started. Did it start on me? I guess it did start on me. It went to me and Kenya.
Well, can we just shout out, everybody's grown at the table, but nobody seemed to care that there were elders in the room.
It's fine.
My mama knows who I am. My mama knows what she's dealing with.
I with you, don't question. I with you too.
I mean, for real, for real. I mean, I love Sonya mama, but Sonya mama looked like she was ready to whoop somebody's ass though.
Give her the same respect.
For real, for real.
You're making faces and you're doing all this that you know is gonna aggravate her.
Let me just say, I love Sonya's mom. That was my first time getting to meet Sonya's mom. Her mom is sassy. She's fine. You know, she's still good looking. She's still young and, you know, got, you know, energy and vibe about herself. It was really nice meeting her, and I was glad that I was able to bring my mom to meet her mom. And they seemed like they really clicked.
What they're talking about is so insignificant, it don't even make sense.
But I felt like my mama was having the whole Sonya mama hand the whole time to try to calm her down.
I feel like you're clout chasing.
She was trying to calm Sonya's mama down at that dinner table. Whew, before I get to that, let me roll back. Y'all, let me just say, Kenya is so mad at me this week. She is so mad at me. I love Kenya, y'all, for real, in real life. I love Kenya. Kenya, I love you. I really do. But sometimes when you have friends and you're on the show together, it makes it really hard, you know what I mean? Because we clap back at each other.
I can't think of everything, Kandi. I don't have 16 assistants like you.
Why don't you ever call those people out for the things that they do since you want to say you have my back so much?
Did you just try to question if I have your back?
Listen.
Really? And sometimes, you know, people get in their feelings, so she upset with me this week. See, what had happened was, now y'all know the whole vibrating panties situation. You hold that button for 3 seconds, it makes a little vibrating noise, and that means it's on. Put it down in the pocket, put the panties on, bring the remotes with you. Now, to explain myself in these vibrating panties, I think I've already explained it to the world. Me and the vibrating panties, y'all already know about the vibrating panties. I brought the vibrating panties on our trip last season with Cynthia Bachelorette Party.
This fits in any panty, because every panty has a pocket.
Mistress has informed me to tell you, 50 Cent, that you must put this piece inside of the slit that is inside of your underwear. These are Mistress's orders.
Yes, Patron.
This season I brought the vibrating panties because I thought it would be fun for the trip. Not only would it be fun for the trip, I also was saying, because these girls be arguing so much, I'm like, okay, if we have this as like a fun moment where if anybody start arguing or throw shade, we can zap them. You know, zap them. I really didn't put too much thought about, oh, you know, people's husbands was around. Maybe I could have thought about that, but no, I didn't think about it. Okay, I didn't think about it. I didn't think it was a big deal. Honestly, my friend group outside of this show probably wouldn't have cared nothing about it. Everybody would be laughing when I say stupid stuff or crazy stuff. Like, my friends don't get too uptight when I say or do stuff like that, like normally. But of course, in this friend group, all of a sudden, everybody want to be all uptight about these damn vibrating panties, okay? And matter of fact, I would say you guys need to get you some.
Oh my God! Ah! Wait, I'm not ready.
Get you some vibrating panties. If you ain't got none, you go to bedroomcandy.com. Kenya apparently had shared with Drew or whoever else about her being upset or not being too happy about me having the girls wear the vibrating panties.
And then to add insult to injury, you bring sex toys. Now you want me to be around men that's got a thing that can control my puss? Right.
To be clear, I didn't know that she was so upset about it.
I'm not gonna wear vibrating panties around other people's men.
I knew she didn't wear them on the trip, but I didn't know she was making it a big deal like that.
Like, how is that appropriate?
When I wasn't around and that they was having these conversations, right? To me, if you don't want to wear them, don't wear them. You know, like, why are you still talking about it? And it was brought up at the table.
Yes. Did you talk to Kandi about your issue?
So as soon as, you know, things like that happen, and mind you, I've been on this show for 13 seasons. And I already know if y'all been talking about me about anything behind my back, I already know when I see it back on TV, it's gonna be some BS.
Preach.
So I'm already not feeling it. So just to give you my state of mind.
And you told Drew that and not me?
Yes, Kandi. It came up.
So when I find out, you know, like when she says at the table and she brings up that, you know, I'm not gonna be wearing nothing in my coochie or whatever the hell she said. And just like my mama said, I shared the same sentiment. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. You know, like, why are you still talking about it? And why you didn't tell me if you had such a problem? Wait, is my nipples up? I had to secure the boobies. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And so, of course, you know, I pop back to her and I'm like,
a woman who played lead in Trois.
Is not coming at me about no damn vibrating panties. Now, if you guys have never seen Trois, I suggest you go back and watch. If we find the link, it'll be below. Anyway, but my point in saying that to her is that it was a very risque movie back in the day, okay? So I was like, why are you being so prudish right now? Like, why are you trying to, like, drag me? And that's how I felt in that moment, that she was kind of dragging me. And not to mention, bedroom candy was not something I was just doing for fun. It is also my business. So I'm sitting here like, you're dragging me behind my back about my business. I was just having fun. Like, what are you doing, you know?
Do you understand, though, where she was coming from and maybe you guys just didn't approach it right?
The game was who wanted to play.
I didn't think it was that big of a deal. If she thought it was a big deal, she could have just not worn them, which she didn't wear them. Or if it was needed to be talked about, why she didn't say something to me?
Control my puss? Right.
She had never said anything.
Like, how is that appropriate?
She had not been talking to me about it. So I was kind of like caught off guard that this had been a conversation. Now, mind you, at the time that this was going on, I thought this was all fun and games. This was something funny, ha ha ha. Watching the show back and hearing everybody's opinions, now seeing you guys' point of view, now I'm like, okay, you know, okay, I guess maybe it was something, you know, somebody's husband's being there and the wires being crossed or whatever, with everybody being close together with the vibrations or whatever. Okay, I get it, okay. But what I'm saying is, at that time, I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought it was funny. You know, I thought it was like, ha ha ha, you know, that's the mind space I was in. So I'm like, why are they making this such a big deal?
I just feel with you, the sex stuff is just getting too out of hand.
Hindsight is always better than foresight, okay? So hindsight, I could see what she's talking about. But at that time, I was like, oh, she's tripping. Like, she's making a big deal out of nothing. That's how I felt. Anyway, so of course, they cut to, but now you're clutching your pearls. We know that your history has been talked about before sexually. Which really, I was talking about the story she had told us about the coyote and the coyote blood.
So I met this guy, I really liked him, but he was into hunting, right?
You know what I mean?
So we drove out to this area where there were coyotes.
I said, we all know they've been talking about her history, her sexual history or something. Because people have, you know, shaded her and talked about her sexual history. But, you know, at that point, they cut to has been talked about before sexually.
Kenya slept with half of Hollywood, yeah.
But in Kenya's mind, me and Marlo was sitting right there together talking about her and calling her a hoe. So she is like living with me and was like,
how could you co-sign her? How could you do that to me? I would never tell people you was a hoe.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I never told nobody you was a hoe. She was like,
you said Google it.
I'm like, no, I did not. So I had to literally go back, watch, what is she talking about? And look, and I'm like, no, I did not. Like, literally, they cut from me to Marlo. But it just goes to show, like, when you in your feelings and you watch something and when they edit it back and forth, it really makes something so much more than what it really is. Like, even though I just said, oh, her and her sexual stories, I'm like, really, her and this coyote.
And then we started having sex in the camera, and then
You were turned on by the coyote.
So I was just like, I never called you a hoe, but child, let me just give her a verbal apology right here on Speak On It. Girl, you're my friend. I love you, honey. But, you know, I am going to go in on you when you go in on me. Okay? So that's just what happened. And I was not calling you no hoe. They did do a little edit, clip. And it made what I said seem a little bit worse than what it was. But, she upset with me, y'all. This show is like so crazy trying to maintain friendships and be on the show. And then, obviously, the things that she and I are saying, it's gonna happen again next week. So I don't even know what I'm gonna say in next week's episode, because she and I legit have a real argument about it again. We're gonna go back and forth a little bit harder about it. So I don't know, I might go in a little harder next week.
Sheree and Marlo were acting fine the rest of the night.
But girl, come on with these fake bitches. I'm being quiet. I'm gonna kill them with kindness.
Sheree and Marlo was acting fine the rest of the night. I had no clue that sidebar conversation they had outside, I didn't know any of that happened. I didn't know any of what they said happened. Honestly, there are more things that I was told were said about me as we go on throughout the season, which I'm sure we'll see it play out on the show, that they are going to be saying about me on the show that I was not around for. I had to find out from other people on the show, ended up telling me later. Okay, so they tried to make it an issue. Well, not they, Sheree was trying to make it an issue that she felt like I wasn't being a friend, because she says it again when I'm not even around later on in the show.
I've known Kandi for a long time. I don't think that she's been a friend to me lately.
Sheree seems to want to make it an issue.
She knew about Tyrone, but she didn't reach out to me. That's not the type of friendship that I want.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because first of all, I didn't know if Kenya was even supposed to share that information.
It's okay if I share it?
No, I told her. Was I not supposed to?
Sheree had just, you know, been upset about me spreading things about her business, you know, a couple weeks ago. Why would I go and get Kenya in trouble for sharing things that was said to her about Sheree's business? You know what I mean? Like, oh, so if Kenya tell your business, it's okay, but if I tell your business, it's another thing. Like, I was waiting until Sheree told me herself. You know, maybe she didn't want me to know, is the thing that I'm saying. To me, it would have been better if Sheree said, oh, this is what happened. Then I could, you know, give my opinion. But I wasn't gonna just call her like, hey girl, I heard you got stood up, blah, 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 blah. No, I wasn't doing that.
So I have a question. With Sanya, we asked, you know, with her and Drew, does she feel Drew's acting? Me looking at these episodes and how hot and heavy that people are ready to attack because you didn't give them a phone call, do you think that there's other people that are premeditating their scenes?
Kandi, baby daddy was in jail. Kandi, if you've already been through this,
She
then you
just
should
told
have
me that
told
it
me.
became so aggressive in the scene, like she was ready to tell you that.
Her and Marlo through the entire season, well, at least what I've seen so far and what I felt while being in it, it just seemed like they was trying to pick a fight with me. That's how I felt. I felt like Marlo and Sheree just wanted to have a problem with me this year. Like, I didn't feel like I did anything to them that was that serious. You know what I mean? I feel like they wanted to have an issue. You know, all that, oh, you not being a friend business. You can't say that if you ain't a friend to me.
She got a whole team and a daddy daycare.
You gotta be a friend.
She's for herself.
For herself.
To have a friend. You know what I mean? You gotta show me the friend that you want me to be.
Facts.
I wasn't getting friendship from them.
That's why you right here always got the date underneath your tax bracket, okay?
Preach.
How about that? And now there are, you know, people amongst this group who do reach out, who do genuinely check on people, and that's who they are, you know. But it ain't them. So I was like, what are they talking about?
Now she didn't call me about Tyrone. What kind of friendship do we have?
What are you talking about? Like, huh?
As Black women, we always have to be so hard, you know, and not able to, we feel like we're not able to be vulnerable.
You have to have some boundaries.
This episode is a spark of Kenya and Sheree's friendship, but we're coming off of the dinner of talking about Kenya.
You went through every rapper in America, didn't get a ring.
Right, and that is so crazy. Like, Kenya has really, well, especially this past year, her and Sheree had really connected in a major way in this past year or two, couple of years really, but in the past year that we've gotten to see. To know that they was just dogging her outside. Dogging the both of us, for real. It was just crazy. I was like, you know what? I can't with y'all. Sheree, I mean, I can't. Marlo especially is a whole mess. They laughable. You know, when you're on this show, people pick fights, you know. They pick fights. It happens. And not everybody's gonna get along, and it's okay, but it's just kind of like, some of that stuff is unprovoked. And I was just like, I know I have not done anything to you that is that serious. And I'm like, really? You just was that bothered by the fact that I did not reach out to you because Kenya told me your situation? Like, yeah, nah. Can't win for losing. The other funny thing, so they showed you guys me reading lines of a role that I got that I was filming at the time. It was, I play Nicole in the show a la carte.
You should. I'm so glad you came. That's what he said.
It is very risque, honey. I don't know if you have seen it yet. It's on the All Black channel. It's actually playing now. You can actually, it's streaming. So you can go back and watch the whole season. And when I tell you, it's very hot and heavy, and you might want to go catch it. It's a lot going on. It's very sexual. And yes, the character I play is a very fluid woman. It's some girl on girl conversation and action in it, so you might want to check it out. Anyway, so now I guess I can go back to Sonya and Drew. Whew, so Sonya and Drew have just fell off the wagon, and they cannot find their way to get back on it, honey.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, because now I'm really frustrated.
And Drew has a way of getting under people's skin. She used to do it with Toya.
You can do what you want while you're separated.
What? Who says that?
That's me.
You're still married. What else did you say?
Okay, LaToya, she's just not all there. Somebody needs to tell her though.
What? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. She did that in South Carolina.
I brought my husband.
Don't listen to her. She don't care about husbands.
But Drew, can we talk about your struggling husband?
Last season, and now it's Sonya.
You're unstable.
I'm not here to say who's right or wrong in a situation, but people keep calling Sonya out for it. But so what I will say is Drew, and I like it in a way. Drew is great at arguing with you or going back and forth with people and staying calm and making you feel crazy. Like, she'll say things or pull out things or just throw you off or overtalk you and make you feel like you're the one that's crazy.
I'm happy you came, Drew, because I do want to talk to you. I've been trying to talk to you for a little while.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. When you're getting your makeup done, right? By our test, for free.
Drew's like, yeah, you know, and you know, the makeup you didn't pay for. And it's just kind of like, that was shade.
Shade. I was not being shady.
Drew, it's shady.
And she's like, oh no. You know, like she pretends that she didn't throw shade when she knows she's throwing shade. It's like, you know what you're doing, but you pretending like you don't know what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. You know. She does it all the time. You have to watch. It's like very subtle, or not so subtle, actually. What really took it over the top for Sonya. So she said the thing about, oh, you didn't pay, which obviously nobody wants to be known as somebody who don't pay bills. But then she started talking over Sonya. And then she hit her with the,
I feel like you're clout chasing.
Oh! Sonya went through the roof at that point. She was done. She was like, clout chasing.
What about clout chasing? I'm a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. Put some respect on my name.
Ooh, she was so upset. That's when we saw that Jamaican come out of her. When she started hitting the table, that made us look at her totally different. Honestly, I feel like that was her I'll pay for every motherfucker in here moment. It still was kind of open-ended. You know, obviously, after that conversation, she's still in her feelings about that conversation, clearly. When they all got together at the end, is it just me? I mean, honestly, I felt like that conversation just went from 0 to 100 real quick again.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings. We were doing so many. Drew, I hate when you do your face like that.
I'm sorry. I can't help how my eyebrows move and my eyes.
Give her the same respect.
You know, they started talking and it was like, boom.
Drew dropped a couple F-bombs and then it triggered.
Say nothing to you.
But I was trying to figure out, okay, it happened so fast, I didn't realize when it triggered. So what triggered it?
When you guys were talking about, you know, the Mommy Nation shoot, which I had invited the other ladies to.
Drew is very calm. So when you start getting hyped, she is good for making you look crazy. Oh no, the part that really triggered me watching it, I was like, why it felt like she was almost damn near trying to get saying to fight or something. She was like, what you gonna do? Like, wait, what?
Bro, let's go.
To me, they were sitting too close together. That's why it was funny when Kenya was dragging Drew's chair.
I was talking earlier.
You might get popped. You keep on. Like, you keep on doing that let's go. You might get got.
Bro, let's go.
Unstable. Bro, where?
Bro, let's
where
go.
do you want to go?
I don't even know what to say about the two of them. I don't even know how they're gonna fix it. Let's get off the arguments, because you know that those arguments are gonna happen again, so we can talk about them again later on. First, can we talk about Kenya Love? Can we retire that wig? Obviously, you thought it wasn't great either, so let's just retire it and keep it pushing. Kenya, your hair is beautiful. You don't even need that wig, so let's get rid of it. Let's move to the emotional scene with Marlo and the boys and them trying to call their mother, her sister. I mean, it was very emotional because clearly you could see like she was really about to break down, but I mean, obviously, weren't y'all curious and wanted to know what the lady said? You know, they didn't show us the whole conversation, obviously. I'm sure they're protecting the kids, for sure. The sad part is that the kids actually heard it at the time that it was being recorded. Let's send love to William and Michael, because clearly they just be dealing with a lot in that whole situation. You know, it's you know, I don't want to go too deep on that. I just was like, it was kind of like touching, because obviously I think this is some part of the reason why it's interesting for Marlo to have a peach now, because we get to see these parts of her life that we didn't get to see before. I mean, we've always heard about her mention that, you know, the stuff going on with her mom or the stuff that went on with her sister in the past. She's mentioned it, but we've never actually seen it happening or while it was happening. Because now it's, you know, it's like we get to see her personal life. And even though she get on my damn nerves, I still have to recognize that was a very touching moment. So for everybody who's watching, I don't know about y'all, it still was, it was sad to see that going down. I don't even want to end this on a sad note, so let's go on to something else. And which the show ended on a sad note. So how are we gonna?
The show ended on what's to come.
The show ended on what's gonna happen next week. You know, this whole season gonna be a whole lot more arguments. It's gonna be back to them trying to argue with me next week. Oh my gosh. I like, in real life, you guys, well, maybe I'm not. I was about to say, I feel like I'm the most unproblematic person. I feel like I'm the most unproblematic person you'll ever meet. I don't know why people always want to come for me. It's like I try to avoid drama, but drama finds me. And that's what I would have to say about this season for myself. I wasn't looking for drama, but drama found me. That is the theme of my season, I believe. That should have been my tagline. I don't look for drama, but drama finds me. And that should have been my damn tagline. Can we roll back? Can we talk about the charity thing? So why Marlo trying to make it a big deal because I was gonna give her gently used clothes for her charity? Can I just say, nobody knew the rules for her charity. If she had just simply told me ahead of time, you know, that if it was just known that she only gives them new clothes, I would never even asked her. I would just say, okay, I just give new clothes or a financial donation. Like, it wouldn't even be a question. It just kind of was like weird to me that she's like bringing it up to the group. Like, it's like, oh, how dare she? Like, lady, I could have just not been giving you anything. I don't understand why this is an issue. You just tell me what you need and then you'll get that. It's a whole plot to try to make me look crazy. That's what it is. It is jealousy. It is hateration.
I was upset when I saw that episode because we had been planning on giving her clothes for a long time. We had the stuff upstairs
and we're not giving her any of it.
She was supposed to come over and sort through it with you, remember? And
no.
She decided not to.
Because she does not apparently accept used.
That was a whole stack of Alice and Olivia. Girl.
Ooh.
I was like,
I'm like, for real? And they really tried to make it look like I was giving her something from the dump. I was separating the stuff that was no good from the stuff that was actually nice stuff.
Isn't she giving you stuff to the people that don't want to rent it?
Yes!
So is it just for rental?
Everything's for rental.
Okay.
No selling. And you know, I have some pieces for you too, darling.
Everyday people could wear her used clothes.
It's a fashion showroom that you can come and you can rent amazing designer pieces that I've handpicked.
But we can't give her used clothes for her foundation.
You know what, Kandi, with my girls, I don't never give them hand-me-downs or used clothes.
But we gotta pay her to wear her used clothes.
So give me a price list. Where's the price list?
Ain't that about it, bitch?
Let me see what you got. Let me see if
it's simple stuff.
Let me see if these kids want these clothes.
We can't give her our used clothes. Our gently used clothes, we can't give her.
When you think of La Archive, it's like borrowing from your best friend's closet.
But we gotta pay to wear her used clothes.
So is she selling these things or what's going on?
Do y'all not understand the irony in this?
So wait, are these pieces that she has owned over, like she wore them once before? Like, how does her thing work?
Is that weird?
I would not bring an open bag of chips to a Kandi Cares event. So it hurts me to see Kandi offering the trash bag of clothes.
It is a scheme that somebody set up to come to you with the bullshit.
It's the gift that keeps giving, so.
Absolutely.
Did she even think about what she's doing? Honey, I may wear something one time and never use it again. Gently used clothes for her foundation. But charges people for gently, it may not even be gently used. She charges people for used clothes. So Marlo is renting out her clothes, but won't take used clothes for free.
Marlo, you are too much. I grew up on hand-me-downs.
But like Archive can sell used clothes. Oh no, rent used clothes. So that means people gonna be using it again and again and again.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
How does that make sense? Am I tripping? I just be like, oh my gosh, these hypocrites. The buffoonery.
I'm like, I don't want no damn hand-me-downs.
Used clothes. But you charging people to rent and wear used clothes over and over and over again.
It's the gift that keeps giving, so.
Absolutely. Bitch, you ain't getting it for free.
The nerve. These people crazy. That lady is crazy. I'm telling y'all. Do y'all see what I got to deal with on this show? The revelations that happen on Speak On It Because honestly, I did not think about that at the time.
And then you wear that kimono to Japan.
Are you selling or you just renting?
Only renting. It's 25% of the retail per day. And the maximum is 7 days. So if it's $10,000, I need 25% per day.
To only wear it one day? So I'm paying you $20,000 to rent your used clothes, but I can't give you my used clothes for free. And not only that, you let every Tom, Dick, and Harry use your clothes, and then I still gotta pay you for it. You can't make this shit up. Like, this girl really came at me like the nerve. Oh my God, you made me seem like I just did some criminal activity. Anyway, as always, you can follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure you go back and watch some of my old Speak On This old videos, and I have so many great things coming ahead. Let me tell you some of the good stuff I got going on. Look, if you have not watched a la carte, you better get you a little subscription and go. You know you can get a subscription for free and just go on and binge watch the whole season. Watch a la carte on All Black channel. Watch The Shy, which is just started, so make sure you start watching and keep up, y'all. Then the new trilogy of Keeping Up with the Joneses on Lifetime Movie Network. I am once again the narrator, the voice of the show. Oh my gosh, if you have not bought your tickets yet, I need you to buy your tickets for the piano lesson, which starts on Broadway September 19th, starring Samuel L. Jackson, Danielle Brooks, and John David Washington. When I tell you, we are going to be doing some fun things, like Todd and I are going to be doing some date nights out there, all kind of fun things for people who have bought their tickets. So get your tickets now. Don't wait till it's sold out talking about, oh, I was going to get my ticket, I was going to get my ticket. Get your tickets, okay? It's a great show. Be a part of my text family. The text number is 404-458-9464. You know, they just get text from me randomly out the blue, you know. And then, you know, follow my Amazon shop as well. We do lives. I see every other week they taking something that I said on my Amazon live going viral, honey. Sometimes I'll be like, maybe I should shut up on Amazon live, because every week I'm talking too much.
Bravo would like for that.
Yeah, Bravo would like for me to shut up because I be telling too much on Amazon Live. Oh my gosh, I have a new blog channel. I don't know why I have a new blog channel, but this is Jamie's idea. What is my new blog channel, Jamie?
I am Kandi.
I am Kandi. So original. We have so much stuff going on. It's too much to put on one channel. So we're making a new channel. So I want you to follow both channels. How about that? And I promise you I'll give you some good content to watch. Listen, it's gonna be something good to keep you entertained. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Speak on it. Well, speak on it.